you can go bigger and better than you think you can go. That you've got to recognize that wherever you think your limits are, God said there's another place that you can go. Am I making sense? Wherever you think that's all I can do, God said, oh no, there's another gear. There's another place. But you've got to be willing to rise above. Am I making sense? So think about it. Think about how we serve. Think about how we act. Think about how we walk around. Could you imagine now, where would you be in your academic life if you said, my goal was not to get an A. My goal was to rise above. Whatever the standard was, I'm going to go higher. Am I making sense? Well, think about where would you be in your personal life if you said, my goal was, I don't do average. I had a powerful conversation with one of my kids' teacher. They were in 7th grade, and they got their midterm report card, or whatever it was, progress report at that time. And they had, in their midterm progress report, they had a C. So I said, oh, well, we need to meet, because I need to find out why they're getting a C. So I called the teacher. And you heard me say this, tell you the story before. I called the teacher and I said, we need to meet with you. So, and we went down to meet with the teacher, and the teacher was like, and the teacher looked at me baffled. And he was like, well, Mr. Moody, first of all, we're having this meeting, you called this meeting, but let me explain to you what a C means. And saints, I was like, oh man, this ain't gonna go well. They said to me, a C means average. So a C means based upon what everybody else in the class is doing, they're operating at that standard by which everybody else operates. So a C is not failing, sir. So I don't know why we're meeting. A C means they are average. I looked at the man, I said, first of all, I called the meeting with you. You didn't call the meeting with me. So what you're going to do is you're going to shut up right now. That's what I said. You're going to shut up right now and you're going to listen to me, because I called a meeting. I said, I never asked you what a C was, nor was I coming to clarify what a C meant. I said, I have more degrees than you know, and my wife and I are smarter than most of y'all's teachers in this entire place. I said, so the problem with us is our standard was never average. And we're trying to find out what is our child doing that allows them to lower themselves to average, because the average was offensive to us. And we were saying, what do we need to tutor? Do we need what's going on? Is there a concept, a principle they're not getting? Because the issue was, why are they average? Because we don't do average. Am I making sense to anybody? Imagine where your life would be if you didn't do average. Listen, imagine how you would dress today if you didn't do average. Imagine the state of your house, your car, your apartment, how it would look if you said, I just don't do average. It's not a part of how I operate. Why? Because I'm a part of the kingdom. And the kingdom is called There's a culture that says that excellence means the quality of excelling beyond. So when I find the standard, I find the lowest operating essential. Am I making sense? And I never ever go there. When I go to standard, I'm offended with myself. God says to them in 16 chapters, make this place for me. And I know you just got finished building pyramids, but I want something better. I know you just got finished building Alexandria, Egypt, and building the aqueducts and building systems that could make water flow uphill. I know that you got a system. You got systems to deal with irrigation and flooding and environment and everything else. And you mastered the science of technology and everything else. But now, whatever you've done right there, that's well and good. But for me, for my sanctuary, it's going to be something that you've never ever seen before, and you can't even don't say my sanctuary and average in the same vein. Come on now. Am I making sense? See, now it's getting quiet. I shared this. I'll tell you a funny story. A couple of years, it may have been last year. And I don't remember what the occasion was, but it was something where an Elder Greer was asking people. It was clergy appreciation, and Elder Greer was asking people to give something, and I was like, some kind of way it came back to me, and I was like, and I called her on my way from Houston, and I said, as long as you black. I said, don't you ever mention the name Dr. Charles A. Moody Jr. and this number in the same sentence. That's what you said, sir. Ever, 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 ever again. I said, I don't know what made you think that this name and that amount went together. But as long as you black, don't you ever in your entire life. See, I was like, whoa. Oh, no. You're like, man, he's going out. No. Because I was like, no, I don't do average. I'm making sense. See, I'm going to offend you today because if you like average, my job is to offend you. If you're okay with being okay, my job is to irritate you today. Am I making sense? Now, Dr. Moody, why is it just your thing? No. Listen, Genesis, number one, who gives the first standard of excellence? God is excellent. Genesis 1:31. Then God saw everything that he had made. So now God made it, right? So you would think that if God, being all-knowing, all-powerful, know everything, everywhere at the same time, omnipresent, if God knows everything, if he made it, then it's got to be good, right? Right. So God saw everything he made, right? And indeed it was. So God literally checked out his own stuff. God never assumed that his stuff was good. He said, let me check this out. Yeah, no, this is very good. This is very good. And that very good, that Hebrew word there literally means the smoke that rises above. It literally means the swell of the ocean that comes up. It literally means excellent. So when God looked at his creative work, the first way God described his work was excellent. Am I making sense? So you can imagine, God says, when I started working with the earth, I made the earth excellent. So I'm not going to live in no ghetto sanctuary. I gave you all the elements. I gave you everything already. And I know what all you got. And I'm not going to live Average. Oh, it's getting quiet in here. Listen, woman of God, today is your day that you get that you. I'm gonna give you the check mark. Tell that brother you not average. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. You messed around and thought you was dating average. And I'm offended with you, but really I'm offended with me that I would allow you to think that you was looking at average. I'm making sense. Man of God, listen, today is your day to look at her and say, baby, listen, this ain't it. I am not you want something to eat? No, not from you. What you mean? I just want to say if you was hungry. Don't listen. The tone in your voice already lets me know that this is not going to be listen. So to save you the frustration, because I'm going to hurt your feelings, because I'm going to look at you and say, so you just threw this together, and then you're going to throw it on the plate, and you put it on plastic, you put it on a paper plate, you just whipped it up right quick, and then it just whipped up something. So you whip up something. That's how you do. That's how you doing. You just whip up something. See. I won't listen. I'm letting you know I won't do it. I'll be like, you know what? I'm fine. That's all right. I'll go get something to eat. It's irritant because I said, what made you think that average was okay? No, because God says when He made the earth, He looked at it, He said, let me check this out. He said, oh man. He said, when God said, golly, look at my stuff. Man, my stuff is good. Am I making sense? See, how do you know when you operate in excellence? When you look at it, you say, my God. Look at, oh my Lord, look at this. My God, I did some work right here. Am I making sense? So now, Isaiah 12:5 says this, sing to the Lord. Why? For He has done what? Excellent things. It didn't say He did some things. And then, wait a minute, listen. And when you do excellent things, Caleb, you say, and I want everybody to know it. He says, and this is known where? All the earth. He said, man, God said, I'm a bad man. And I want everybody to know, I'm a bad man. Because we would argue that God, why would you take ex-slaves who have just come out of 400 years of slavery and then make them and then command them and then direct them to make an opulent sanctuary that's full of gold and wood when you know they're on the road? You know, they don't have no permanent place. They don't have, and they just got out of slavery 10 minutes ago. And so God, out of your loving kindness, you should just cut them a break. And just let them put something together for now that's temporary, that'll work for now. And God was like, absolutely not. That's not what I do. And yes, it's going to be mobile. And even in its mobility, it's going to be nice. And in fact, it's not going to be nice. It's going to be excellent. Now, here's the deal. I want you to understand something. So a lot of times, the problem with many of us is we say, well, let me tell you why it wasn't excellent. So I want to give you a context that excuses why I had the right to slink and slither down to the standard. Ecclesiastes 9:10 says this, whatever your hands find to do. Now, wait a minute. Now, I love it because Solomon says, I don't care what it is. Am I making sense? Whatever your hands find to do, verily, truly, what does he say? Do it with all your might. If you're going to cook good. If you're going to play basketball great. If you're going to write a report that should be able to go to the president of the company. Why? Everything that I do it with all my might. I don't slide down to it'll be all right. He said, notice, he said, whatever your hands find to do, if you're going to clean your house, clean it with excellence. Am I making sense? Stop straightening. You get stressed out because you took 6 months to straightening, and now today you stressed out because it's the first day you got to clean. And now you're overwhelmed because you didn't keep it clean all 6 months. And so now somebody coming over, and you got them sitting in the front yard talking about, hey, what you want? You didn't tell me you was coming over. What you mean? What you mean? Like, you got to text me 3 days before you come over my house. Whatever. Look at them and say, whatever. Whatever your hands find to do. Am I making sense? If you're going to cut your hair, brothers, cut it, make it tight. Why are you walking around wrinkled, brother? You got dressed today. You knew you was putting it on. You knew you was coming to church. You knew you were going out in public. Listen, what if you meet your future boss here? What if you're walking around Walmart and they happen to be looking for somebody to be the manager of that store, and you walking up there with house shoes on and some sweat bottoms? And it making sense? Look like you almost homeless. Whatever your hands find to do. Am I making sense? It says do it with what? Now it says, listen, it says do it with all your might. That means whatever I'm doing, I don't do nothing halfway. Am I making sense? See, this will change your life. Why? And this is not a church rah-rah session. This is the Bible that we're reading, and the Bible is telling us whatever you do, do it with all your might. If you're going to be dressed today, say, now this right here looks nice. This is nice, right? This is tight right here. If you're going to cook right. If you're going to lead right. If you're going to be on the team, I need you to do what you do. I'm making it, whatever you do, if you may not be the scorer, if you're the rebounder, do it with all. I said this yesterday. I was talking to my brother, texted me as Texas was playing Georgia yesterday. And I texted him, I said, the problem is Texas hoped to win. That was a problem. You came in hoping to win. Georgia came in. No, we winning. I'm not going to lose this game. And I don't care what the stats say. I don't care what the commentators say. Listen, I'm telling you, and I love the coach. He said we dogs. And they asked him, he said no, we dogs. He said, we didn't come for no photo op. and I was like, welcome to the SEC, Texas. You got to see, but here's the deal. See, your problem is that you're not a dog nowhere. You don't have no dog in you. You don't have an edge in you where you're like, whatever I do, listen, whatever I do, if I'm the janitor, oh, baby, you just got the best janitor you done ever got. You done hired, you done messed around. Oh, you don't even know how I roll. Am I making sense? I'm the French fry guy, but oh, man, these fries right here, they're going to be golden brown, just enough salt, putting around. They're going to be right, bam, bam, bam. Why? Because I'm the French fry guy today, baby. That's what I do. I'm doing the drinks today, baby. I'm doing the drinks today. Let me know. Just let me know, Coke. Dr. Pepper, what is it? What is it? What you need? Whatever your hands find to do. Listen, Joseph was in prison. Don't tell me that you can't be excellent. Joseph was in prison, and he operated in an excellent way. So much so that the prison guard, the chief of the prison, said, I'm going to put you over this place. See, I believe that no matter where you are in life, when you operate in excellence, you rise up to the top. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. You could be on welfare, but you're going to rise up to the top. You can be in prison, but you're going to rise up to the top. Am I making sense? Just get me in. Just get me in. Just get me in. I tell Felicia, I said, if I get the interview, I'll get hired. I said, the minute they say they're going to interview me, I said, that's it. That's all I need. That's all I need. I don't go in the interview hoping. See, he said, man, I think he's a little arrogant. No, I'm a little excellent. Daniel's in slavery. He is transported from his country to another country. But listen, and the king of Babylon looks at him and says, this guy's a good-looking guy. And he said, and he's like, teach him our language. And Daniel learns their language. He learns their astronomy systems. He learns everything. Why? Because whatever I do and wherever I am, I do it with excellence.
Thank you for worshiping with us today. If you liked this message, you can find the rest at cmllcstore.com. We invite you to join us again for our extraordinary worship services every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., Sundays at 4 p.m., and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, where Dr. Moody teaches how to understand the Bible, and you can get all your biblical questions answered. We look forward to connecting with you. We ask that you subscribe to The Rock ATX on YouTube and follow The Rock ATX on Facebook and Instagram to stay connected to all The Rock is doing. You can also get connected on our website at therockatx.org. Again, thank you for worshiping with us, and be blessed.